Hi guys, today we're going to do the 12-4 work together, and what we're doing here is actually issuing our paychecks to our employees. But before we can issue individual paychecks to our employees, we need to transfer the amount of our total payroll from our general checking account into our payroll account. So here what we're going to do is start by writing a check from our general Judy's Fashions checking account for the total of our payroll. A lot of the information here can be found in the directions or up here in the payroll register for you to transfer down. So it says in the directions that the payroll date is 7/15, again July 7/15. The payee is First Community Bank. They say that here. And the reason why the payee is another bank is because we're just transferring this money from one account to another. Again, the description on the check register here is July 15th payroll, and the total amount is going to be our total net pay from the top, $1,933.32. So that's the total amount here that we are transferring from our general account to our payroll account. Our next step is to issue the actual check. So we are going to put the date, 7/15, the total amount of net pay, $1,933.32. Again, that comes from up here, the payroll register, the total. I'll slide up so you can see it's the total net pay. Okay, that's a question I get a lot. So we are spelling it out in numbers and then in words, so 1,933 and 32 over 100. The next part where it says pay to the order of, you're paying to First Community Bank, and this information is right here on the check, so you can copy it, First Community Bank. And then the second line, and it's important to get the lines correct, it's payroll account and then the number of the payroll account. That again is in the direction, so the payroll account number should go on the second line. Then the third line is going to be the address of the company, so it's going to be 320 North Dean Road, Auburn, Alabama 36830, written down here at the bottom. And then next we're going to manager signature to sign the check and officially transfer the money over. Now that we've transferred all of our the total amount of our payroll into our payroll account, we can now issue individual checks, and this is where things can get a little tricky. One of the more difficult aspects of writing the check is to complete the check stub at the top or the pay stub, and basically what this is, it just spells out all of the hours that the employee had, breaking it down for regular and overtime. It spells out their gross pay and it spells out all of their deductions. However, it's a little bit more difficult because we also need to keep track of the year to date for tax purposes, how much was taken out for each individual tax, how much the total net pay was for the year, the gross pay total for the year. So all of that also needs to be calculated onto the pay stub. So we're going to go through this. This information is taken directly from the payroll register, which in this problem is at the bottom. So you can scroll down and look at that because you will need to refer to that. So the first thing we're going to do is going to put the name of our employee. So it's Edward Johnson for the first one. And the date is July 15th. So again, it tells us that we're doing this for Edward Johnson, July 15th. So that's it. We're taking that information right from there. And then the regular hours, the overtime hours, the total earnings, you can take right here. So regular hours, 1320, overtime, 112.50 total, 1432.50. We are taking that information and plugging it in right here, okay? 1320, 112.50, $1,432.50. Year to date here is where people get confused, and that's where we need this previous pay stub so that you can take your previous year-to-date total earnings. Y2D means year-to-date. So you're taking this amount, 17,000, and I'll plug it in on my calculator here so you can see me do the calculations. So we have $17,218 plus, and then that's going to be our current total earnings here. So plus $1,432.50, and that gives us our year-to-date total earnings, $18,650.50. Okay. Now for our current deductions, we're just going to take that information again directly from the payroll registers, 61, 88, 82, 2077, 60, 15, and the total 245.59. We're just taking that information directly from there and plugging it in. Okay. Also the net pay, we need our net pay too. $1,186.91, and again that's here, $1,186.91. So it's pretty easy to just copy that information right over. Okay. However, the challenging part is when the year-to-date comes into play, and again that's where we need to rely on our previous pay stub. So you can see this is from the previous pay period, June 30th, 2000. And so what we're going to do is just take our calculator. I'm going to move it over here to this side actually. Okay. So we have our current year to date for this pay period for federal income tax is $61. We're going to add that with our previous year to date federal income tax, $522. And that gives us $583. So that's our current year to date. We'll do the same thing. We're going to take our current Social Security tax, $88.82. We're going to add our previous year to date Social Security tax, $1,067.52. And that gives us $1,156.34. Our previous Medicare tax, our current Medicare tax with our previous year to date plus $249.66, $270.43. We'll do the same thing with health insurance. So 60 plus 720 is going to give us $780. 15 plus 180 is going to give us $195. Totals $245.59 plus $2,739.18 is going to give us $2,984.77. And then our net pay, same thing, $1,186.91 plus $14,478.82 equals $15,665.73. So that's how you complete the check stub. Now you have to do the actual paycheck. So July 15th to Edward Johnson, his total net pay, again, this is, here it is. Here's our total net pay. That's how much we're issuing the check for. Again, net pay for this pay period, $1,186.91. You can also refer down here to the bottom, our net pay. That's how much you're writing the check for. Then we're going to spell that out, $1,186.91 over 100. And manager signature is who should sign the check. One last thing that we cannot forget to do is we have to put the check number of the check we're issuing to our employee, 261, down here at the bottom on our payroll register, 261. Do not forget to go back and do that, okay? Now, our next step is going to be to issue another check to our next employee, Janice Nelson. So we're going to do it the same way. We're going to put the name of our employee, Janice E. Nelson, on July 15th. And we're taking this information directly from the payroll register. So regular earnings, $920, overtime, $51.75, and total $971.75. So that information gets plugged in: $920, $51.75, $971.75. To get the year-to-date total earnings, again, we need our calculator. We're taking our previous year-to-date total earnings, $11,872.50, and adding it with our total current earnings, $971.75. That gives us a total of $12,844.25. Our next step is then going to be to plug in all of our current deductions. Again, we're copying this from Janice, federal income tax, all the way over to net pay, just copying these numbers down. So federal income tax, $76, Social Security tax, $60.25, Medicare tax, $14.09, health insurance, $60, retirement, $15, total $225.34, with a net pay of $746.41. Now we need to figure out the year to date. Again, I'll demonstrate for you. This is where a lot of people make mistakes or forget what to do. I get questions about when I'm in class. So again, if you have questions, always feel free to reach out. But we're taking hold on, let me slide this up a little bit. Okay, so we are taking the current federal income tax, $76, plus the previous year-to-date federal income tax, $892. That gives us $968, the current year-to-date. Just keep on going down the line. $60.25 plus $736.10. Again, $60.25, the current, plus the previous year-to-date, $736.10 equals, did I type that in wrong? Yeah, I did, sorry. So it's $60.25 plus $736.10 equals $796.35. $14.09 plus $172.15 equals $186.24. 60 plus 720 equals 780. 15 plus 180 equals 195. 225.34 plus 2,725 equals $2,925.59. And last, our net pay, $746.41 plus $9,172.25 equals $9,918.66. Our next step is to write the actual check. So on July 15th, we're paying our check to Janice E. Nelson for $746.41. Again, it's our net pay is how much we're paying. We're going to spell that out in words, $746 and 41 over 100. And we're going to put manager signature where we should put our signature. And the last step, again, what everyone forgets to do is to take the check number 262 and plug it in down here next to our payroll register. And with that, we have finished the process of paying our employees for the pay period.